This is January 30th. I just bottled cherry lemonade mead. And we're gonna do a comparison of the new mead compared to the sample recipe. This bottle was bottled on the 12th of January, 18 days ago. So here, we're gonna do an example, comparison. I know the sample recipe tastes really good. So that's the sample recipe. This is a sample recipe that was done on the 18th. It's still kind of an active ferment. We see that clarity in there. It's a cherry lemonade melomel. Okay. And then this hasn't sat for a couple weeks after bottling yet, so the clarity is going to be different. This is going to be a little bit more hazy because it's still an active brew. So we'll check the clarity on this one compared. And this one, when it went into secondary ferment, I let this one start fermenting for a couple more days before cold crashing it. So I'm expecting this one to be more alcohol than that one, possibly. There was some slight variation in ingredients, the way I did them. So now we'll see this one here. You can see that it's not as bright red. It's a little hazier. So some of the differences, this brew, I let it sit on a lot of fruit in its 1 gallon ferment with pectic enzyme to pull more of the juice and color from the cherries. This one, I didn't put as much fruit mass in, but I did use pectic enzyme on my cherries. And this one was a 5 gallon ferment, so this was a lot more volume. Let's see these side by side. So we see side by side. So that's a big difference. And I had let the primary sit a little bit longer in the sample. And then I let the secondary, when I did the secondary on this one, I cold crashed it right away. So this one might have had a little bit less lemonade in the mix than this one. But let's taste them. So this one I get that tart lemon, tart cherry smell from. It's very good. I was giving some of this to my friends, and when I would give them some of it, I asked to drink some with them. No, it's a very bright and sweet flavor, and It has that refreshing mouthfeel that you would expect from lemonade at the end. It's not bitter. Let's see how this is. This one's really fresh, so it's not going to be as conditioned as this one. This one's been conditioning for a couple more weeks than this one. It's the same yeast strain. A little less cherry on this one, a little bit more lemon. A little less sweetness because it fermented more. Still very bright. I think on this one it needs to condition a little bit more like this one has. And then it's gonna taste a little bit better. So this is trying it straight after bottling it, right? So on this one, I started the primary ferment on January 14th. It went into secondary on January 24th-ish. We'll have to go back and look at the video I did whenever I put it into secondary and it started fermenting again. Still really good. I like it. This one is preferred. I'd back sweetened into the bottles a little bit too with some extra honey. This one might have been sweetened a little bit more than this one. If I had to pick a winner between the two, this one is still the winner for me. This was my sample recipe. I used some different lemonades in this one than this one. So I had used a little bit of Newman's Own and Simply Lemonade in the primary brew on this one, and then in secondary got the Chick-fil-A lemonade. This one was Chick-fil-A lemonade all throughout. So I appreciate you taking the time and watching the video with me today. Have a wonderful day.